Hey guys, what's going on? Today's video is going to be a little different than my normal content. I know my normal content is mostly like comedy based, like with my friends and stuff like that. But I just wanted to share my opinions on a recent event in the YouTube community that's kind of hit me a little differently. You know what I mean? Like it's affected me in a different way than most YouTube community events do. For those of you who don't know, there was this channel recently that just deleted itself basically from existence, known as Unus Annus. And if you don't know what Unus Annus is, it was a YouTube channel started by Mark from Markiplier and Ethan from Crank Gameplays, where their entire idea was they wanted to make a YouTube channel that's life cycle was only going to last exactly a year. They posted a video every single day for an entire year. Basically, the message of this channel was to bring light to the fact that everything has a limited amount of time. You know, everything ends, including us. You know, everything comes to an end. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, because I feel like they did a fantastic job, and I also want to talk about the way that channel and their idea for that channel has impacted me. A lot of the videos that I've seen ever since they did shut down Unus Annus, they've kind of just been talking about the project itself and, you know, what they did with the project and how good they thought it was. And yes, I'm going to throw a little bit of praise in there on that part, because they did do a fantastic job of getting the point across. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about my experience and the way that it's impacted me and made me think a little differently. For those of you who don't know, Unus Annus, like I said, was a channel that was started by Markiplier and Crank Gameplays with the intent of shedding light on the fact that everything is like everybody's time on this planet and in this life is limited, and everything ends at some point. And I think they did a fantastic job of getting that point across. The way that they ran it is that they wanted people to watch this channel, and they wanted them to realize that, you know, that everybody's time is limited, and they wanted people to try and go out and like live their life to the fullest and experience as many things as they possibly can before, you know, the clock strikes zero, as they would say, or before, you know, our lives end, basically. So that was their mission statement, I guess, and they did a fantastic job of getting that message across. And it's crazy how much that channel being deleted has actually made me start thinking, I guess. The videos that they posted, these were not like, as I'm sure you guys have seen if you've watched any videos on it, or you watched any of the Unus Annus videos before they deleted the channel. The videos were not some like low budget shit. They weren't like, you know, it wasn't like just some like, oh, we're just gonna play some video games or whatever, and you know, we're gonna do that for an entire year and just expect people to be, you know, cool with it and have that be our mission. No, they really did go all out on this project. They did everything that they could, and the message, they really stayed true and stayed tight to the message they were trying to convey, which was, you know, experience as much as you can before your time is up. So that was what their videos was about. They were trying to experience as many things as possible before the channel was set to die. That literally means that if they weren't doubling down some days, doing, you know, like two, 3, maybe 4 things in a single day to make, you know, 2, 3, or 4 videos, that means they were going out and experiencing all of these different things every single day for an entire year. And honestly, I think that takes some insane commitment. That takes some insane balls to try and pull off. These guys, they both have very, you know, successful channels. So the fact that they actually made sure, since that was their message, they made sure to like stay true to the message. That's pretty insane. They did a phenomenal job, is what I'm trying to say. They did a fantastic job of staying true to the message, getting the point that they wanted to get across, and doing it in the most badass way possible. They did a phenomenal job. So on to the part of the video where I guess I talk about, you know, the way that it's impacted me. Part of their, you know, their intent for the channel was they wanted to impact people and make people think, you know, like that. Think like, you know, we do have a limited amount of time. I need to go out and, you know, do all the things I wanted to do and experience all of the things I wanted to experience. And I just kind of wanted to talk about, you know, how that's changed my perspective on things. Shortly after, I ended up tuning into the last like 3 hours of their goodbye stream, and it was pretty emotional, you know, because I had been, you know, on this, I guess you could call it journey with these guys for, you know, the entire year that they were doing this. My only regret is not watching every single video that they uploaded, because I missed out on seeing them experience all of those different things. I did watch a lot of their videos, and, you know, their videos were very entertaining and I enjoyed watching them. You know, it was fun and I enjoyed being a part of that, but my only regret is not watching every single video that they posted. The way that it impacted me is I was watching the stream and I was watching them delete this entire, you know, very, very successful channel that had, you know, over 4.5 million subscribers. Is like, it was kind of like a wake-up call almost, like, you know, it was like, what are you doing with your life? Like why are you stalling? Like, if you want these things that you say you want so bad, why are you not, you know, putting in more effort and time into, you know, getting those things? And I know that's not exactly the message they were trying to convey. The message they were trying to convey was more, you know, related to, you know, go out and experience as many things as you can experience. And it definitely gave me that kind of feeling too. Like, it made me want to, you know, go out and just experience shit. The way that I guess personally it impacted me was it made me realize that, like, I've always, for years and years now, I've always said, like, you know, I want these specific things, or I want to do these specific things with my life. I'll half-ass it, or I'll start committing to something, and then I will, you know, I'll back out of it, or I'll quit because, you know, shit gets too hard. Or the thing I'm saying is like, it made me realize that, so YouTube, for example, right? As you guys know, I'm uploading weekly now. I've committed myself to this, I guess, you know, and that's a big step for me, because I have wanted to do YouTube or make a career out of YouTube since like the 7th or 8th grade. And I just, you know, either I haven't had the means to, you know, commit to something that is like, you know, a project that large, or, you know, something that's that serious, that takes that level of commitment. You know, either I've just not had the means to do that, or I have had the means and chose not to. It kind of just made me realize, like, you need to commit to this. Like, I need to commit to this. I need to do this for me. And if it doesn't go anywhere, cool, you know, you tried and you're doing something that you enjoy. But on the off chance that I can make something out of this, I have to try. I just have to. That's kind of, I guess, the impact that this channel had on me, because as I watched the stream and I watched that clock hit 0 and the stream went dark, and I immediately checked the channel afterwards, it hit me that, you know, like, I've got to start working towards something. I got to stop staying so stagnant. Like, it was actually extremely, like, emotional, because, you know, I enjoyed this channel. I enjoyed watching their content, and I knew this was going to happen and that they were going to delete the channel, but I didn't watch every single one of their videos. It's like almost another commitment, you know, thing. Like, I didn't commit to enjoying the entirety of this journey with them, and I missed out. I could have been a part of that, but I just didn't commit. I've wanted to do this YouTube thing as a career and enjoy, you know, like making people happy, making people laugh, you know, that kind of thing with my creativity. I've wanted to do this since like 7th or 8th grade, and I've half-assed committed to it multiple times. This has always been something that I've wanted to do, and I've never done it. Like I haven't committed as much as I know that I can. It almost made me feel like this is my last chance to make something out of this and to make this dream, I guess, come true, come to fruition, become something that I've always wanted it to be. It was a very emotional night because, I had just watched one of my favorite YouTube channels delete themselves from existence. And then I watched both Mark and both Ethan's reactions to the deletion of Unus Annus. And it kind of made me realize, like, I've been missing out. I've been stagnant for too long. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm an emotional person. I'm an overthinker, and I tend to try and hide my emotion. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it's gonna make me sound like a total bitch, but I was on the verge of real tears that night because it made me, it did exactly what it was set out to do. It did exactly what they wanted it to do. I watched a lot of other people's reaction videos to it, and it was insane the amount of support that they had. Yeah, they had like over 4.5 million subscribers on that channel, but the goodbye stream at one point had over 1.5 million people watching it live. The Unus Annus project did exactly what it was intended to do. And that's, I guess, kind of what I've been trying to get at this entire time, is that it did exactly what they had set out for it to do, and it did it extremely well. And that is why I personally would consider this one of, if not the best, YouTube project that I've ever come across. I do not want this video to be the reason that anybody chooses to subscribe to my channel or watch my videos. The one thing I will ask from people who have watched this video, if you have seen it, is go watch my other content, and if you enjoy that content, then support the channel, subscribe and like and all of that shit. But do not do that just purely because of this video, because that's not what I want. I wouldn't feel like I earned it. That's pretty much all I had to say. I just wanted to, express my feelings and the impact that Unus Annus had on me specifically, and just kind of, throw my thoughts out there so that this can be a video I can watch, a year, 2 years, 5 years down the road when I'm losing motivation to chase this dream. I can watch this video and remind myself that you can't stop. There is no stopping. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate and love every single one of you. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Going to keep uploading the videos, and we'll see where this goes. Have a wonderful day.